Hi everyone. So there was a time when books used to be everything. We have to studies is means you have to study the books. But now the walls of the classroom are being opened up. Like the study should not end in the classroom. Everywhere you can learn everywhere. So we are talking to sir today to understand, sir, what do you mean by industrial collaborations, or why I should do that? I'm here to study my MBA. I should rather focus on that thing to study maths, verbal, so to study this thing, marketing, all these things, or I should be looking at the industrial things as well, how the companies work. So why this cell is required?
Very good. So, hi, my name is Amit, and I head the collaborations and partnerships at ISBR Business School. I come from the industry myself. So, if you look at management as a career, is all about what an aspirant needs to do in the industry. So, the seeds have to be sown right from the day one. Having understanding the education system in our country, they go through the book life almost for 15 years, and now they want to be ready for what they would like to have a great career. So it's very incumbent on a B school like ISBR. What we follow is making the student immerse right from day one, bringing him or her close to the industry so that they get a clear feeling, a clear understanding of how industry works, the dynamics, the work culture, the way these corporates enhance their different practices, and how a fresher can be part of that growth. So we have different types of interventions across the 2 years. Starting as a fresher, they gently are immersed into the industry collaboration. So we get ambassadors who are student representatives who work in my department, connecting with industry professional bodies like CII, NHRD, Karnataka Digital Economic Mission, NASCOM, and whatnot. What they get in that platform is they are young minds, they don't have anything understanding about industry, so they talk to the people who are the head of the affairs. So when they talk, they're able to get that perspective, which gives them an idea to start with what industry is. So that is where we start, and then as they graduate in the next 2 years, they are immersed into specific projects, specific internships based on their interest areas. So it becomes a complete 360-degree platform for them to learn in the classroom and apply in the industry at the same time. So you're not having a gap, and you're able to bring those kind of practices from classroom to industry and from industry back to classroom, where they're able to align to the management concepts and practices.
Right. So, sir, it's you are doing this in your college, but if I am a MBA student, but not from your college, so what you will recommend me? What I should do? Should I do live corporate projects, corporate assignments, and how to get those kind of assignments?
So this getting assignments or live projects is the second step. First, I would recommend and advise you to be part of the industry by working together. When industry starts looking at any person from the B school, you are a BA, MBA graduate, or you are going to be one, looking at them as a potential talent. And that is where they start connecting and understanding your skills and competency. That is the starting point. So when the starting point is realized by the industry who wants you, is able to connect their needs with your requirements, and that makes the chemistry much more meaningful. There, after that, the internship projects, live projects happen accordingly to what you want to do. So if you're a person who wants to work in the analytics of, say, HR, or into analytics of finance, the concerned corporate connect will be aligned to that kind of a skill. So we have our network so deep in the industry that specialization, skill wise, competency wise, we're able to pick up those people, experts, and map them to the student. So it's not going to be a generic mapping. What you are looking at, you get a fit over there as a corporate mentor or a guide or a counselor who helps you in your journey right from day one. And it keeps going up to the second year till you get your placements.
Correct.
So you are in the system right from day one. So there is no reason why there would be a gap in terms of what your endeavors are.
Correct. So first, student need to identify where he want to be. So that's what he said, and then come the second part, how to get the internship in that area. So it's kind of a journey which you have to start because it's learn.
I would add, we also help them to identify because they're fresher, they don't have that view.
Right.
So we help them do that as well based on your interests, your demands. So you have an idea. We formalize that idea into a roadmap which helps you to move in the direction, because otherwise it is quite open-ended.
Correct,
so you get distracted by a lot of other things. So we help as that through our mentorship program, through our industry mentorship program, to give the direction to the student, and that makes his or her career path more easy.
Right. So, sir, how many? Ideally, there should not be a number to it, but how many engagement you think is good for a student on his resume? 2, 3, 4.
I would not put a number as you just rightly mentioned, because a number would become more of a quantification than a qualification.
Correct.
This is more of qualification which you want to qualify and be qualitative than quantitative. There are students who do 10 kind of assignments, 5 kind of sessions, all of that. But ultimately, what is the outcome? And industry looks at outcome. For them, they understand that this is happening in the B school. They know about that. So that's nothing unique. But what they want to see, the differentiator is, what did you learn? You may have done 5 certifications, you may have done 3 internships, you may have done 2 live projects. Good. But what did you gain out of it? And how much of that was really aligned to your end destination?
Right.
So, because that's initially there's a lot of overwhelming enthusiasm. Yes, I want to do this, because there's peer pressure. But as we grow and we get into the focused career path, it becomes very, very natural. It becomes more focused. And that is where the student gets the benefit. Otherwise, he or she is lost.
So I was like that, the way you said, it's a peer pressure. I did 7 live corporate projects during my college, because everyone doing something. So I did 1, 2, 3, 7. But then I realized you can't put 7 on the resume. Resume, you can put only 2 or 3 top one. But during the interview, I had that advantage. Whenever they used to ask any question regarding, have you done, or do you know about this? So I have an example to prove. Okay, I have done this assignment.
Correct.
So especially people without work experience, all these kind of things will help them on the resume. Okay, I don't have a practical experience, but yeah, I have this internship, which is kind of a same thing.
Correct. So what happens is, since these things are completely new and a fresher, for them this is the first time. So for them, everything is a hot opportunity and they don't want to lose it. But it's important for them to identify, is this something they really want to do in the long term? So the long-term perspective is what we make them understand. So when we work, as far as my department is concerned, we not only look at the partnership part, that is one starting point, but how am I creating a difference in that student's life when I'm able to connect that person to the right person. I have 2-3 people in my final year who are working very closely with Bloomberg, working closely with Karnataka Digital Economy Mission on strategic projects about economics and market research. So they are, because they have that flavor, they have that kind of a strength. So they're connected to those right people and they're benefiting out of it, which they can showcase in their resume. Even if they so that 1 or 2 is sufficient for the industry to recognize about the competency of the student and see how well this person has connected his end destination in the preparation towards it. So that is what a primary focus is. It's not too many, it is what you would like to do and how we can help you. So quality is a prime focus.
And how many? 3 is good?
Again, I said no numbers to it, because a number would then make it competitive. Honestly, my students, if I see in the last 7 years and even counting, I've not seen anyone go, I never recommended anyone to go with numbers.
Okay.
In finance, for example, which I am a professor as well, along with this heading department of collaboration partnership, I only recommend them 2 certifications, which are long, big term certifications. And I tell the students, don't do anything else.
So can you tell?
So for example, there is Bloomberg Market Certification, ESG certification, Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment. It's a 3-level program for 1 year. We stopped there. I said, if you do this much properly, I don't see a reason why you will not succeed, because this is giving you a holistic, worldwide, global perspective about what finance, what practices, all these are. And even when somebody from analytics comes or marketing comes, we say, look at what you want to go. It's a wide ocean. You can fish only what you want to consume. You can't go around the ocean fishing everything. So we'll have to be directionally that way.
Correct.
That really helps them to get the perspective and be ready for placements when the company comes. So they know if a company is coming, say, for a credit role and this person wants to get into investments, he will not feel bad, because that's not his forte, that's not his cup of tea. Why? He or she has been oriented in that way and they are convinced about it. If I don't do that, then the person will keep going everywhere and whatever comes their way, they'll grab it. Which was the traditional MBA. When we did it, at least I did not have that kind of a platform from my institute, I would say. So yeah, that has helped in the industry experiences helped to give that perspective to the students.
Right, great. Sir, CFA, what is your take on CFA? Because CFA it takes a lot of time as well. So, and a lot of MBAs during their college, they are doing CFA. So, is it recommended, or is it like good to have, or it's like your wish?
See, whether there's a CFA or any other course you do along with MBA, only thing I would suggest and recommend is one has to be really mindful of what you're getting into. CFA is a rigorous program. or any other, for example, CPA or anything
Correct.
equivalent is a risk program, where your investment of time should matter based on what you're currently handling as well. So it should not be just a name in your degree, a name in your CV. I am pursuing a CFA or I'm
Correct.
pursuing a CPA. Are you really doing it? Are you really in it? Because it requires a lot of labor. If you are a person who can do it, yes, that person should do it. There is no second thoughts. But it should not just become a name on your CV to showcase, but then you're not able to fulfill because you know that it requires a different degree of effort and energy, which in your own way you cannot, because everybody has their own limitation.
Correct.
So one has to recognize that. So it is not like a prescriptive approach, I would say, where a finance person should do a CFA or should not. I registered for a CFA just before I got my MBA, but I left it. I didn't even pursue day one because I knew this requires mammoth effort, which I would not be able to justify. And rather me dropping later, better not to register now. So you have to take a realistic view, and there's nothing wrong. Your peer might be doing a CFA, fine, he or she may have that kind of a capacity. So we have to think in a very individual and our own way of career forward, of career progress. I don't think it's a one size fits all approach. It cannot be. Every doctor cannot become an MD. Every MD cannot become a surgeon, so on and so forth.
Correct.
They have their own vision, and you have to appreciate what your strengths are, then look at what your weaknesses are. So
Correct.
I would view it and put that forward. It's not good. It is great for those who can, but then they should not drop like hot potatoes. People from colleges who do chartered accountancy, many people enroll in their BCom, all of that. I have seen in Mumbai, I've seen in Gujarat, I've seen in Bangalore, Delhi. But when they can't fulfill the CA part because rigorous, they drop it and go for MBA finance.
Different,
That's
right.
a wrong strategy. Why did you invest that time? That means you had an inclination. So you should not run away from failures just because I'm not getting it. So MBA is a shortcut route. I get a finance and I'm able to prosper. That's again, you're not doing justice to yourself, I would say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're doing a very good job because most of the time, like even from my time when I was doing my MBA, we were just like a headless chicken. We're just doing whatever is coming to because people are doing this thing. I'm also doing this thing. But yeah, this kind of a department, this kind of a faculty is required in the college where you can guide everyone, and whenever they need, they can come and approach you as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Pleasure.